Hi, hello, how are you? Welcome or welcome back to the Curvy E Chronicles. My name is Courtney and I am so glad you found my little corner of the internet. Over here we do budgeting, cash stuffing, grocery shopping, cooking, vlogging, mom life, all the things. If you like any of that or if you think it fits your fancy, make sure to hit that subscribe button, like this video, leave me a comment telling me really how you're doing. If you don't like any of that, well then, bye. It's been fun. All right, friends. Well, as you can see, today we are doing a budget with me, and this budget with me is a tight one. It is a 2-week budget, which for anyone new, my husband is paid weekly. However, he is just, by the time you're seeing this, he will have graduated and is a journeyman electrician. He is completing his final week of class, and when he is in class, he does not get paid. So we do have to stretch 1 week of income over 2 weeks, which is not normally how I budget. That's fine. We've done this for 5 years. I've got it figured out, but this week is a little tighter than most because last week, the week he's getting paid for, he did have to take a day off in order to take his test, which if you watched my cash stuffing, which I will leave linked up in the cards, he did pass. So I'm very, very proud of him. But in taking that day off, he did not put in for, they do get kind of like it's not really PTO, but they do have some kind of like sick leave hours they can use, and he had enough that we could have used to cover that day off, which I wish he would have remembered to do, but he did not. So we are working with quite a bit less than I was prepared for, which it's going to be okay. We're going to be fine. Now I don't even know what date is tomorrow. What day is today? When am I filming this? Where am I? Who is this? I'm losing my mind, people. I'm losing my mind. All right. Give me a second while I figure out what the date is. Okay. I figured it out. It is May 11th, and this is paycheck number 2 for us for this week. This month. Good gravy. All right. So income this week, $952.63, which you could be saying, Courtney, that's still a fantastic income, and you are 1000% correct. But for our single income family of 4 over a 2-week time span for this is a challenge. Just being real and honest with you, to do groceries and the things we want to do, it's to pay our debt. You know, we're trying to be aggressive with debt, and this doesn't allow that at the moment, but it is temporary, and that's what I have to remember. So as always, we're going to put our bill money, and I did zoom in. Yes, I did. Okay. Our bill money, which is $500. This includes all of our vehicle payments, including our camper, our insurance, our electricity, and our rent. We do have very inexpensive rent. So we are also a month ahead for anyone that's new here. So I put aside $500 every week to cover our bills for the next month. So we're going to take that out this time. And yes, we are budgeting for 2 weeks. So you would think, why aren't you putting $1,000 aside? Well, this week of class butts up to a 5-week month, or what would be considered a magic month, which is June. Because my husband does get paid weekly, and the way his pay falls on Thursdays, he has multiple magic months. So June is a magic month, technically speaking. However, because of this last week of class, we don't count it as a magic month. It's just a regular month. So we hopefully, fingers crossed, we'll have our first actual magic month in August, which I'm very excited for. But that also depends on what they take off for time around the 4th. So we shall see how that pans out. For debt this week, beyond our vehicle payments, we are simply doing our STCU credit card, which is at a 0% balance transfer offer. That portion of it is set to lapse in June. So in order to meet that time frame, we do need to continue paying this one. The one we are going to skip this week is my city card. Am I thrilled about that? No, because that's the one that we do not make a dent on ever. It is the one that we are continuing to use for gas and groceries. We are basically barely breaking even on that one, and you can disagree with me all you want, but this is how our budget's going to work for us. Typically, I put $250 to $300 towards that, but if I were to do that this week, it just ain't gonna fly. So let's take out these two main priorities, and then we will get into our variable expenses. Okay, so after taking out those two, that leaves us with $327.63. All right, so now let's jump into, actually, just kidding. We're not going to do variable. We're going to do our savings. Savings, the two that we always do, our Christmas account. It's 25, and our car maintenance gets 27. Okay. And then we are going to give us a second total beyond that. Okay, so variable expenses and sinking funds is we've got $275.63 to play with. So let's just jump right in here. So we are going to do groceries. And I am going to do $100 because we are doing 2 weeks. And right now we've been able to suffice with my meal planning on about $50 a week, actually a little bit less because I think I've had rollover both weeks, and I think I'll have rollover again this week. But given that it is 2 weeks, I don't want to cut us short. We are going to do Cody's spending, and he gets $20. And then let's look at my calendar to see what we got going on this week, these next 2 weeks. I don't think we have much. Oh, goodness. Okay, so after looking at my calendar and deciding, kind of taking a look at what we've got going on over the next 2 weeks, there is a day where I am going to get my nails done, which I am going early in the morning. So I am going to budget in some coffee money. Normally, I wouldn't do this given how tight everything is, but because we are skipping adding anything additional to our city card, I'm just going to, budget it in this way because it's my budget and that's what the hell I'm going to do. You can disagree with me all you want, and I don't care. And then there is a night where I am going out to a big parade that happens in our local town, and I will eat out with some friends. So we are going to do $20 for that. Pets are good for the month. We did take care of that already. And the kids are spending this next weekend with their dad, with my husband. He's taking care of them because my sister and I are getting a hotel room for Mother's Day and my sister's birthday, which I'm so excited for. And the following weekend they're at my parents', so I don't have a whole lot to worry about. So we're going to call that good there, and then we're going to jump into our sinking funds. We have $125 to play with in sinking funds. With the 125, let's just write down, give me a second, I'm going to speed you through this. Make sure I'm in frame. Let's move the calculator. Making sure I'm in frame. I don't need half of these colors anymore. We've moved past those ones now. Okay, so I'm going to speed you through this while I get all of our categories written down. Okay, so we've got everything listed out. So now we're going to look at our challenge books. So let's start with our family photos. We're just going to, because we have the money, we're going to stick to a larger number. So we are going to do 26. And then tattoo, because this is coming up rather quickly, we are going to do 30. And then in our travel binder, we are going to do 20, which is going to go to Utah. Personal, I do need 10 in my personal binder to go towards my nails. And then holiday, I am changing up how we're doing holiday, and I'm going to grab my holiday binder and see, because at the moment, just while we are on a skimpier income, so I am putting 10 into Mother's Day. Father's Day will get 5. 4th of July, I want to do 10, and fair, I want to do 10. So what is that? 10, 20, 30, 35? Yes. Let's see. Can we make 35 happen? Let's run these numbers real quick. Okay, so that gives us $4 left. And I usually try to pre-do these so that you're not sitting here watching me just like fumble and readjust and readjust and readjust. But I think we are going to readjust because I want to do something a little bit different. So we're just going to do, what is that? So we'll do 10, let's see, 10, 15, 20, 25. That would give us an extra $10. Honestly, nope, we're not even going to mess with it. We are going to skip garden and chickens again. They are doing fine. I just stocked up on food. The garden, my husband's bought most everything he needs for that. We do still have funds in both of those envelopes. And I think what we're going to do is we are just going to do $1 in each of these again. And then we'll put the 63 cents to our buffer. And that should give us a zero-based budget. To buffer. All right, yep, that will do it. Oh, my Lanta. I'm going to pause this for a moment as my youngest is currently soaking wet and coming in to get changed. I'll try and insert a picture. Okay, real quick, we're going to check my math. Don't mind the screaming baby. He is just getting his clothes changed. So I will speed you through this. Alrighty, and now we are going to do my cash breakdown. Oh my goodness, my sopping wet child. Apparently the eldest sprayed the youngest with the hose. So you saw me go through and do my cash breakdown. I've got my sticky note. I'm going to put it in my cash pouch to go and get my moolah. But that does conclude this week's budget with me for 2 weeks. This week's for 2 weeks. It is, like I said, it's a bit of a tight one, but we're going to make it work. It's actually not. We're just opting to pay different things, which you can do. It's your budget. You got to do with it what you can. And the thing is sometimes when there's temporary slows, like with my husband's income right now, and because we are single income, it is just a temporary moment where he is finishing out those last and final days of class and working as an apprentice. He's about to be a get his full journeyman scale wage. So we know this is strictly temporary. And the next time you see a budget with me, things are going to look a heck of a lot different. So without further ado, I will see you guys in my next video, which will probably be our cash stuffing for the week. So you will see that on Thursday. And then we've got some meal planning and cooking with me coming up, as well as some budgeting for our trips coming up. So stay tuned for all of that. If you like all of this and all the shenanigans, make sure to hit that subscribe button and hang out with me in this little corner of the internet. And without further ado, I will see you all in the next one. Okay, bye.